Patricia McCauley is back from Belleek. People were asking me, are there going to be mugs from Belleek? Yes, the Neptune mugs are brand new today. But you know, I think seeing Blarney Castle, going to Ireland, seeing the ancientness, not a great word, of the land. I mean, we make a big fuss here in Philadelphia for some of our structures dating back to the 1600s, and you go to Ireland and you're just floored by your majesty and your history. And Belleek this year is celebrating what anniversary?
160 years.
160 years. And Patricia McCauley, how long have you been working for Belleek?
35 years.
They hired 6-year-olds
They
then.
did back then.
I know.
Thankfully, they've done away with the child labour.
Yeah, and I love the story. Tell everybody, what was your first job?
My first job was to paint little pigs' feet. Back in the painting department in those days.
Well, I bet you're looking at the price and what I have in front of me, and you're saying to yourself, no, wait a minute, this is a mistake. They're going to run out and they're going to grab this bowl away, because even on St. Patrick's Day, with the luck of the Irish around us, there is no way that this bowl is $42.50. It is 10.5 inches in diameter. It is about 5 inches tall. It's actually even, I think, bigger than that, because that seems quite shallow. I think it's probably at least a good 6 inches tall. If you have that cue card I mentioned, you could even put this on 3 easy payments, all your own, of, you know, a little over $10, like $12, $13 a month. And this is just back in stock. We had to reorder it from Ireland. Everything in our show, from our value of the day next to you to this, they're all made in Ireland. Everything is. The sweaters, the jewelry, Belleek. And this one is customer top rated. So can you take us through how many hands and how long it takes for something like this one bowl to be made?
Well, this bowl, Jane, it's every piece of Belleek, 16 pairs of hands will touch each piece of Belleek from start to finish, and we're talking right through from design to mold making to where it's made in the Parian shop, quality control, glazing, painting, more quality control, killings. So it gets 3 firings altogether, and then the final inspection before it's packed up is in our warehouse department.
Wow. So when we take a look at this, what was the inspiration for this design, Patricia?
Well, this here is known as the Tara bowl, and it has a lot of lovely Celtic pattern here around the middle of the bowl. And if I can tip slightly, we can see there just around the base as well. We have some beautiful Celtic design, and the lovely hand-painted shamrocks on the front. And there's a surprise in the inside of the bowl, isn't that? Yeah, we let them into the secret. Our lucky 4-leaf clover, because on St. Patrick's Day, that's what you've got to go out and hunt for, the 4-leaf clover. And if you find that, you can get to make a special wish.
Oh, it's like that blowing out the candles on your birthday cake. I also wanted to show you underneath, because a lot of you are Belleek collectors. You may have Belleek that was passed down from generation to generation. I don't think I'm going to get my hands on it, because I think it's going to be sold out by tomorrow, the early evening when we do our finale. But the whole Neptune collection has been taken out of the archives.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness,
yes.
I'm so excited. So that's probably available right now at QVC.com. But you even see the mark of the person that painted this, right?
That's right, and I see on the bottom of that one, Gian, we have the letter K, so I know that Tanya in our painting department has painted that.
Oh my gosh,
particular
so
piece.
You even know the
yes,
person
I know
that did
who's
that.
painted that, yes.
So if you look very closely, there is the symbol, and you can see how they've changed through the years. But you know by seeing that's Tanya painted
That's Tanya has painted that, and actually in the base in Parian as well, which is not just as clear to see, there's also the craftsperson's mark, who's actually moulded and made this piece as well.
All by hand. I really have to say, you know, when we were talking to Siobhan, our wonderful buyer, a little bit earlier, when we say this is this is a large bowl, and you can pile this with fruit and things,
exactly.
right?
Yes, and you know what, at Christmas as well, because obviously we've been making the reorder for QVC, and at Christmas we had it and we just filled it up with lovely Christmas baubles, lovely red ones. So it's a bit, you know, Belleek can be used in so many different ways and used every day, which is great. And this one here can also be washed in our dishwasher.
Oh my goodness.
So,
wow. Well, I'm always impressed that when you visit Belleek and you go through the factory and then you go to the little tea shop to have, you know, a little bit of coffee or tea or a wonderful scone, they're giving you the Belleek mugs. I mean,
right, yes.
it looks like it's a sweet, beautiful, delicate piece, and yet they are surprisingly strong. I mean, you don't last 160 years without making beautiful pieces that last.
I know. We're just so excited about this year. There's so much happening, and just to be, as you say, 160 years in business, we're so proud, and we have lots to celebrate. And I know we have some wonderful cake tomorrow morning, Jane, to share on our early morning show.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
6
right?
a.m. Yes.
Full hour of Belleek. No sleeping today for Patricia, but it's St. Patrick's Day, like Stephen says. Sleep is overrated, especially
Absolutely.
on March
That's, yes,
17th,
yeah.
right? So these are the names that you know and love, and if you've never shopped for anything Irish on QVC, it's really exciting to know that everything that you see is made in Ireland. I mean, these are not just items that have shamrocks on them. Mm-hmm. This is something that was hand painted, and although it may look simple, the ability and the artistry to just do this, that takes a long time, right?
It sure does. The apprenticeship is 3 to 5 years in our painting department, yes. And if you were to follow this piece through, one piece through from start to finish, it would take about 10 days to get through from our parrying department right through the different stages, so 10 days.
So can you imagine? That's why when we say, oh my gosh, we just got this back in stock, you know, I mean, we had Stephen's ring, it took 3 years. I mean, yeah. It's not like this massive manufacturing process that's bringing things on a belt, you know, like in a cartoon. This is 10 days to make your bowl. And I love the way that our wonderful set dressers have put together this day. You know, there you see our value of the day. There's a beautiful lamp that's coming up with you and me.
We have some amazing pieces this time round. So.
Oh, it's so exciting. So 6 a.m. with Patricia. You'll be back with me if there's anything left. And check out that Neptune collection at QVC.com. Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Well, oh my goodness, Stephen Walsh, 400 of the Irish pearl necklace. I think that's what he was calling it. We didn't bring in a lot, but Stephen's gonna have to make more. There is separately sold a Claddagh Beautiful enhancer that you can put on that as well. Or you could put any of your lovely designer pieces, maybe a vintage cross, because this opens right at the Celtic knot. I love